Hello! We're here with just a couple days left on the ShrubSMP before Season 6 comes to a close, and I am down here in the Ancient City Restoration Project trying to get as much detail in as possible before the server closes. Now, last episode, we made a little bit of a theme structure and bought some villagers into one of these same larger structures, the one right behind me and one right over here behind me. So between these two, I think we're going to use those for this episode to kind of do what you do when you don't have a lot of time left. Instead of doing a fancy intricate build, we're going to talk about using detailing. We're just going to use some of the specialty blocks and then just some average blocks and make a themed build out of what already exists. But we'll show you today how we can just add just a little bit of detail and turn it in from this plain gray mess that we see behind me to something neat where a couple villagers can walk around, and with the decoration, it'll make sense as to what they are. So that's going to be the plan for today down here next to the central structure, and let's just hop right to it before time runs out. Alright, we're going to get started with this structure here just to the side. Like we said, we're going to keep things as simple as possible. And really what we're going to do is just clear out a little space. We'll clear out that altar again, just like we did in last episode. But real quick, we're going to stop over to where we were in the last episode because I'm going to need those looms. We're going to do the most interesting part first, which it's a minor detail, but it's something I haven't done. Well, I did it all the way back in episode 5, is use the loom to create your own patterns. And that's what we're going to do to make some for what will be the butcher here, and we'll show you what that design looks like. I think it's kind of cute, and it's going to be a nice little way to tell everyone exactly who's up here. So let's go head over to the loom and make those custom banners before we get started here. Alright, we're back over here with the organ player that we built last time, and if this fella doesn't mind, we're going to borrow one of the looms to kind of do our patterns here. So the way these work is if you right click the block, and it's the loom, as you can see, and it requires just a couple blocks. I have them in my inventory. This is how you design a custom banner. You start with a colored banner. It can be a white banner or any of the colors. And then, in this case, we're going to save the snout pattern till last. Oh, he's jumping in my face. He doesn't want me messing with his loom. Look, dude, just let me get this banner done, and then you can go back to playing your organ, all right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some dye in here now. Now, when you don't have a custom pattern, the dye will allow you to pick from some predefined patterns, and you can layer these over themselves, and we're going to show you how that works now. So the one I'm going to pick out to start with is this guy here. It's called a black boudre indented. I have no idea if I said that second word right, but that's what we're going with. We're going to take that, and that's going to be the base, and then from there we put it back into the loom and we can make another design. So we put our black dye in again, and we can layer these on top of each other. So what we're going to do is actually going to use this top and bottom square. We'll do the top first, and then we take the banner away again, and now we place it back and do it one more time. We're going to go ahead and pick the bottom one. So now all there really is this middle dot. Now, I have the middle dot in place, and what we're going to do to finish it off is put the snout pattern in there. And again, with the black dye, it's going to make this kind of piggy pattern. It looks like a pig, doesn't it? So I think it's kind of cute. It's going to be fun. So I'm going to make 4 of these, and then we're going to go on from there. All right, we're back behind me, and the way that I'm going to incorporate these banners is we're going to hang a little chain across right behind me here. These 2 pillars from side to side, let's go ahead and get an iron chain going right between them. And the reason is because this faces forward. This faces the front of the city, and right below me, as I'll show you in just a moment, there's an entrance, which we'll block off, just like we did in last episode, to keep the villagers in here from escaping, but we'll be able to get in and out if we crouch to get through this entranceway here. So we're going to do that for all the exits, but this one here in particular, where we're going to hang our banners, let's grab our banners now and put them in place. So to do that, I kind of felt one away from in, so one here and one there. And then on the opposite side, I get my 2 banners on the back side, and then we're going to put the trapdoor of the same theme that we have, that teal-colored netherwood trapdoor, right on top. Come on, get on there. All right. And then from there, we will be done with this little feature. So again, I figured I'd just take the beginning of this episode to get started by creating some custom banners, and now that they're in place, we can go on with the rest of the build. But this is kind of like a cool way. Now look. Already, just the entrance, we bought a little bit of a design right to the entrance from the outside, and that kind of gives an indication that, hey, you know, is that the flag of, you know, the local butcher, and as a matter of fact, it will be, because that's exactly who we're going to put over here. We're going to put kind of like a relatively simple smoker setup so that the butcher can be out here smoking his meats. And which meat? Well, if you haven't guessed already, there may be a little bit of a pig involved with this. So that'll be the other fun part of the episode. We're going to do that. We'll build up the smoker and then figure out exactly how, as I look above, to give a hint about how we may do it to get that pig down here. But before we get there, let's get the building in place right behind me right now. Alright, like I said, very simple design. We're just going for theme because we're also going for speed because, again, we just want to get it all in place and give an idea of exactly what is going on here with about as minimal grandeur as possible. So we're going to continue that theme, and what we're going to do next is use the nether wood that we have, the teal nether wood, to kind of, just like we did with the piano guy or the organ guy. Now, the villagers will free roam, even up here on the second level, but they tend to go upwards. They love hanging out on top of structures like this. I don't know why. They just love, like, climbing up and down, and they're just misbehaving all the time. So real quick, to help pop some color into here, but then also prevent these guys from running all over the place, we're going to put some of those fences around everywhere that there's a 1-block walk up, and then from there, we can go ahead and see in the end if we need to put any more to prevent them from climbing up these things. Now that I have most of the fencing in place, let's still use some of this fencing. We're going to use it for a different purpose now. This is kind of a little decorative trick I like to do pretty much any time that there's been a smoker or a meat shop or anything that I've built in my different worlds, is to make kind of this pole feature. And what it is it's kind of like the, there's a pole. Tell me when you know the theme here. We have a pole, and then it goes out by one and has this metal rod on it, which we can pretend is maybe a hook. What kind of hook, do you ask? A meat hook. This is a representation of, you know, maybe we smoked up a big slab of beef or something else. That's what the decoration is. I've seen it used before, and like I said, I use it in a lot of my builds when we're talking about a butcher area. So we add that as a decoration. That takes up this corner. Kind of the next thing to do is to look at, maybe we have a little butchery area, so we're going to make a table of sorts. And to do that, we're going to go ahead and put some opposing stairs. So let's put the stairs, I think here and here, actually. So this is just a quick little square 4-sided table where we can then have, well, when there's a butcher, there has to be an area to do the butchering, and that's what this table is going to represent, as a matter of fact. So we'll see when we get our guest down here. This is going to be the platform of honor. Spoiler alert. Right about here is where our friend is going to be kind of stuck until it's his time. So we'll move on. Really, there's not much else to add except the details around our little guest friend over here. And then maybe, you know, like a butchery, there'll be another area for if, you know, some things are happening over here and some things are maybe happening on the other side of the aisle. Maybe around here. I put these chests over here temporarily. We're going to have to clean them up. And what I will do then is leave the area and kind of prepare to bring over the meat. Alright, I am out here with a newly acquired companion that I got up on the surface directly above the ancient city deep below. And I've been enjoying finding different ways to transport mobs in my videos lately. And I thought of a really fun and unique idea to get him down there today. Can you guess what that might be? Well, I have led my little piggy up here to a little setup I made over a very specific spot. And as you can see, there's a hole that leads deep down below. And today, we answer the question, can pigs really fly? Alright, so yeah, we got him in a little minecart right here, right on some rails, and all we gotta really do is just give him a little push. Yeah, what? Oh, it fell down. Okay, gotta break that. Get up there before he falls down. I gotta get... Okay, now all we gotta do is we just gotta give him a little push. And a little push again. Woo! There he goes. Ha ha! All right, as you can see, right down there below me, he landed where I wanted him to. So I thought it was a really fun idea to bring him down here that way. It's kind of wild. So all we really have to do now is I have a name tag. We're going to name him, and we're naming him Pegasus. So in honor of flying pigs, like a Pegasus, but a Pegasus. And all we really need to do is get him over on that table. So to do that, I have a lead, and we just have to break him out of this minecart. So to do that, we'll turn on the hitboxes again. And now look how big he is. He's got this large hitbox, very little room for error, but if we just pop him out of here, just like that. Okay, here we go. Good. Ooh, didn't hit him. Grab him with the lead so he doesn't get away. And to lead him over, he won't go over those tracks. Let's break him out of the tracks. Now, you just pull him over to the table. And what I have set up ahead of time is a little fence underneath the table. But once he's up here, all I have to do is put that rope on the fence. Put the lead on the fence with my hand. And once that's in place, now he's just kind of stuck there. Look at that. So if you look at it, you can barely see the rope that's going through that table and holding him in place. So that gives the visual effect. We can cover it up with a block, and now it really looks like he's just up there. And Pegasus is happy as a, well, happy as a pig, I guess. And there he is. He's going to be up there forever. I mean, he doesn't be too happy because technically he's going to be right next to the butcher, but that's it. And as I clean up, I'm going to go ahead and clean up, get rid of this stuff, and get ready to wrap up this episode by bringing in a second villager down here, which is going to be a leather worker. And we'll do that real quick. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. We have to bring our villager over there. We have to bring the butcher over there. So we have the track all set up. It heads off in the distance. Let's just see how it goes. And like I said, I'm trying to do some more fun things with transport. Now, there's a minecart in there that shouldn't be there. I don't know how this is going to go, but just in terms of what we're going to do new, not a lot of people use the minecart with furnace. So I'm going to show how that works. It really just helps as a propulsion device. So in that way, I don't have to worry about him like not making it up a hill and have to push him manually. You can just flick the lever, let him get going. Oh, there's two of them. That's going to be a mistake. Well, either way, we're going to show what happens. The minecart's going to chase them up. And then now if they get stuck, just like they did, at least one of them got stuck. Let's see what the minecart does to him. The minecart should push them along, and then they're both gonna... This is gonna be fun. So I did not want both of them heading over there. But here they go. You can see them heading across. Let's meet them over there and see what happens. Head up on top. And we look down. Here comes one. Now, where's the minecart? Okay, here's the other guy. He's coming along. The minecart's pushing them along. Here they go. Uh-oh. Oh, and this lightning out, even better. Oh, we have all manner of excitement. The water's coming through the ceiling. We got two guys. They're bouncing back and forth. Never, ever things go to plan the way that I want them to. And why is that minecart stuck on top of that? All right, maybe I can just get you. Hold on right here, mister. If you just stay there. Stay there. Okay. Now, what I really was trying to do was to get the first one to go over here and accept the job, and I thought he would if I had him on the same level as the smokers. But let's try to break that block temporarily and say, no, go back, go back. It could also be because of the time. Let's sleep real fast. Oh my gosh, villagers, right? Every single episode, something crazy happens with these darn villagers. Oh, there it goes. That's exactly what it was. I just have to check my clock before I bring these guys over. That's what the problem is. All right, so now that we have him in place, and he has the job I want him to have, before we really we may as well, while we're here, kind of explain what I was going to do. We're going to do this in reverse. We're doing it live, as they say. So I'm going to kind of break out this and move this over here. Cauldrons. Cauldrons are for leather workers, and that's what this fellow is going to be. We're going to put them right here in the middle of this archway. And then kind of with the remaining space over here, we're going to just set up a little indications, like little armor stands with leather, probably some leather shop items. Really, he's just going to be down here just to help fill up the space and have two guys in one spot. But anyway, so let's break a couple rails, put a couple more rails down. This is so much fun. So much excitement that happens with my villagers, and I just am in disbelief for the fact that I can never get it right the first time. But I don't know. Okay, all right. I'm flustered. So now, how do I get on the other side? We're gonna have to fly all the way around so I can get behind this guy and then push him on. I also don't know why this minecart just stopped here. Did it run out of fuel? Is it just too big for this gap? I don't know. I'll figure that out. All right, push him. There he goes. And he goes up and he goes over, and he's a leather worker. Look at this. Perfect. Wow, that could not have gone any better. Well, I mean, it technically went worse, but it went better. So I'm going to break down all these tracks. We'll get back and show you the final product with what we created with just a little bit of decoration and a little bit of theme blocks, and how this is going to wrap up for today. All right, looking down at these guys, we just have a couple last things to do, so let's hop on down. Free them from the minecarts. You can see that I'm freeing them with a little bit of a chance because we're not turning on the hitboxes. I've gotten pretty good at this point, so if we whack that corner, perfect. All right, now they're free. Get rid of the dirt. Replace that last block so they don't get their toes burned off. Oh, I don't have it. Where is it? Oh, well, we forgot it. And he's climbing right. No! Oh, what are you doing up there, dude? Oh, no, these villagers. Okay, all right. You just climb up there. Whatever. At this point, you do what you want to do, my man. You're gonna behave, right? Yeah. Where did the... Okay, so... Little flustered. These guys are just out of control. But we'll finish some of the decorations I intended to put around here anyway. And that is in this little underpass over here. Let's throw some barrels right in the 2x openings. This will just add a little bit of color. And it will also... We'll put some item frames with items in them. We'll put the leather for the leather worker. A little leather horse armor and a piece of leather. And on the other side, we'll go ahead and place a raw and a cooked pork chop. Almost ate it. And if you step back, now you can see that, you know, underneath it doesn't seem too dark and dingy. Just a simple little detail, but it helps, again, really just fill out what's happening in this scene. And I've lost that you know what, maybe it's in this shulker box. Sometimes you carry more than one shulker box and you get things all over the place. There's that slab I was looking for. Put it in, and the details are complete. That's the bottom line. This is all we're going to do down here. And if we step back and turn around, we got our villager. Oh gosh, I got to do something with that fence. I think if I put another one right there, we'll stop him from hopping up there. But these two guys are going to be just hanging out together, doing their thing down here. And once again, aside from a little bit of misbehavior, we were able to get things going down here with these characters, making use of these builds. So the last little decorative details for this guy, and we're going to throw him a little, like, to have to show his wares over here in the corner. Maybe like right here we'll show. Yeah, a little bit away from the wall and kind of out in the middle. We're going to throw some armor stands in there. One kind of on the diagonal and two facing inward. And put some leather armor on them. Just kind of, you know, randomly. We'll put like a hat on each one of them. This tunic in the middle. Pants and boots. We'll put boots on the middle guy. We'll put pants on the end guy, and then we'll put the other boots on this guy here. So it almost looks like, you know, their display, you know, a little bit of half what he's like showing. Not that they're supposed to be full body, so this is just more what he's working on. And I'll probably maybe come back and put dye. Like, these are just plain leather. We can make them colors so that they're dyed, and then they'll look a little bit like these dyed pants that he's selling right here. So that was the official last detail. That's right, me and you, buddy. You don't misbehave like this character over here, although I think I finally shored up his ability to get up top. I don't think he's going to be climbing up again anymore, are you? No, I don't think you are. Well, that means it's probably time to wrap things up here. It's been a lot of fun, and of course there's no shortage of excitement when these villagers are involved. And we even got to show a few different unique methods of transportation today, and did answer the question if pigs fly. They do, and we got to drop our pig right down in here from the hole in the ceiling. That was a lot of fun too. But as we once again are just probably one episode away from the end of season 6, we are looking forward to finishing up things down here. But that's about all the time we have for today. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you in the next episode.